What I have them keep in the pockets of their folder would be any of the assessments that we've already completed, so that they can go back and look at those for review or see kind of where they've come with what we're working on. And especially with ninth graders, they're taking the end of course exam. And so I want them to have all of those assessments to look back on for either for practice or to go back and look at the objectives that they need to improve on and see which ones they know really well. And that's probably something I'll change for next year, where they will have a list of those objectives and have their goals set for the objectives and see which parts of the test they didn't do so well on and which objectives those matched up with. One of the other things I want to keep in here, and this will probably be in the back pocket, they'll keep their old assessments in the front and probably this in the back, but maybe will be some leeway on that. Is a running review of especially important vocabulary terms that they need to know throughout the entire year, because an end of course exam is going to be cumulative. It's not going to be just what we've learned in the last 6 weeks. I want them to know the same vocabulary terms throughout the whole year, or keep things that they learned at the beginning of the year, not just forget them. That way, when we're reviewing for a test, they don't have to have a review sheet for just that test. They just keep their running review because it'll be some of the same things that they've already worked on. One of the other things that they always keep in their folders would be the levels of Bloom's taxonomy. And one of the things I like to do with them is have them get this out whenever we're starting something new, and we'll go over the directions or whatever we're looking at for that particular class period. And I say, okay, let's look at our levels here and decide which level this would be. And a lot of times they look at the words and the directions to figure out which level they're using. And if it's analysis, synthesis, or evaluation, we always talk about how that's going to need more brain power, or they're going to do more thinking than they normally do. And if it's level 1, 2, or 3, I tell them that doesn't necessarily mean it's going to always be easier, but they may not have to do as much thinking as they would with those upper levels. And so that usually helps them to get in a better mindset when we're starting a new activity. And sometimes we even look at this if I know that there's going to be something on an upcoming test that's especially going to be in one of those higher levels, so that they have a better idea of that coming up.